Hi, I'm Joshua Swiger, Professor of Music Industry at West Virginia University. My background in the music industry really goes way back to when I was a teenager. Started out playing in rock bands and got involved in the recording industry in terms of just buying my own kind of equipment and just learning the process. And ironically, my undergraduate degree was in computer science, which was very tech-driven. So with that, I was able to take my computer science degree along with what I've done in the music industry and kind of combine that to a point now where I'm teaching and educating, current students and the next generation, as I like to say, to understand what it's like to work in this industry from a tech point of side, also from the business side, but also understanding how to make value out of your music. So my background comes along from managing and working a small record label. And most record labels in America are small. It might be 2 or 3 people, it might be 10 or 12 people, before we get up to those major conglomerates that we all tend to know about. So when you work in that lane, you tend to know what hats that you have to wear. Like some days you're wearing the management hat, and then the next day you're the promoter, and the next day you're the social media manager, because you are a small team and costs are tight. So when you have that experience, I've been able to help translate that to Mon Hill's Music Group, which is the student label and the professional development wing of the music industry program here at WVU. And again, it's a small label, right? When you look at it, that's all it really is. It's a small label of young minds trying to produce music and artists that they love, or music and artists that they feel that have value, right? So when we can do that, and the experience that I have, it has allowed us to, use my experience and apply that in areas to kind of give them a little bit of a step forward in the sense of being able to, how do I manage an artist, or how do I write this press release, or how do I produce this, or how do we go about this marketing campaign? So coming from that angle of already knowing how small works, it's easy to translate that over into the student label to give them an experience that they can really gain knowledge from. And at the same time, we say, this is the time that you have a safety net. Like, we're the first to say, let's try it. Or if a student comes up with an idea that says, hey, I think we should promote something this way, record it this way, let's try it. There's nothing wrong with that. I said, and if it fails, so what? That's why we're here. We're here to learn. We're here to experiment. Because when we get out in the real world, some of those failures can lead to probably some financial implications. So let's test the waters here, but at the same time, let's put out good music and use those skill sets to be able to allow students to be successful. So when they do get out into the real world, they already have a resume of experience. They'll already have some things that they will know that they can do. And it's been attractive to a lot of corporations. Like, we have people working for Warner, we have people working for BMI, we have people working in various companies in the industry that are picked our students because of their experience working with Mon Hill's Records. We get a lot of students have a lot of internships because of their experience working with Mon Hill's Records. So I think that's really where my value has come in, to be able to translate that small to small and allow that to project students forward. I think what makes Mon Hill's unique is that we really value artists. And also we really value that we're going to produce a product, right? Some of our artists on the label, they are really truly engaged that we are helping them move their career forward. So if we aren't able to do that for them, there are those sort of consequences. It's not just turn in a final project sort of things. Like, our actions have real world implications for the artists that we sign. And we sign artists that are within our general community, within our general state, as much as we've worked with student artists. So I think that is really what makes us unique, in the sense that it allows us to really have consequences, good and bad, about what we do, right? It's not just you turn something in and you got a grade for it. It's like, no, this person is really relying on you to do your job. And how that translates to the master's program, with it being online, is we live in a global economy now that allows remote work. You can work from anywhere in the world doing what you love. There are a lot of people in a lot of parts of our industry that are truly remote and can be done online, right? We have, like I said, we have people working at Warner, remote. We have people working at Capitol, remote. That's just how the atmosphere is now. So when you think of an online program, you're going to be doing everything online. You might be doing it that way for the rest of your life, depending upon how you're going to work in the industry. So I think that value and that connection is beneficial, because we're kind of already setting you up a little bit of how the labels in the professional world are already trending in that direction.